What is up, guys? It's Derpy Dan here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new series, and I'm really excited for this series. This is my V8 Supercar Development Series Career Mode. Now this career mode is based on the 2005 series and it's based on the TOCA Race Driver 3 game. Now right here is the car I'll be using for this season. It's a Ford Falcon AU driven by Dean Wainless with MW Motorsport in 2005. Now here we're at round 1 for the Clipsal 500 Adelaide race circuit. It's an amazing circuit. Now before we get into it, let's take a look at the championship setup, or the race setup. We'll be having 6 minutes of qualifying for the first race, 21 laps here in Adelaide. Here's all the drivers that we will be racing against. There's a few names that many of you will probably know, and maybe some of you might not. But what we're going to be doing for this qualifying is that we're going to, as I said before, we're going to have a 6-minute qualifying session for race 1, and then if we make it into the top 10 shootout, we will have a shootout then. So this is actually, I'm not sure if this is my fastest lap, but this is just as we come on to the end of our first flying lap, and we actually managed to get second place. But that was another lap afterwards. I didn't show that. But now, all we have to do is set another lap and see how fast we can get. Now, I'm going to be quiet for this top 10 shootout, so turn up the volume and enjoy the V8. As we cross the line, we get a 15.2, and it's a solid lap, and it actually gives us pole position, which is great. So for our first race of the season, we get a front row start with Canto on our side. So let's see how well we can get off the line and see how well we can fight against Canto. Now we rev to 4 lights. And it's go, go, go in the words of Murray Walker. And Canto actually gets a better start than us. We get a lot of wheel spin as the other cars almost actually catch up to us. And we go to the turn 1 center chicane. We go through that to some extent cleanly. We go to turn 2. We go on the outside of Canto. It didn't work. We now look down the inside. We touch and we managed to get ahead of him. Bit dirty though, but now he comes down the inside of us again. We get a tap from behind. From one of the Dick Johnson cars, and now Canto is in the lead again. Now let's see if the blue car behind us can actually catch up as we cut on to the end on turn 9 on lap 1 as we go down the inside of Dean Canto. Now I feel this is a very strong overtaking zone, you'll see later on in the race, but as Canto now goes down the inside as well as the blue Falcon AU, I think that's one of the 4 AU Falcons in this game. And as we go down the inside of Canto, we take the lead once again, but then we run wide at the final corner, but it looks like we have the lead right now. So now we skipped to lap 2. And now the other drivers are slowly catching up. And I believe that is actually the AU, and we're almost going, we're getting ready to go for a 3 wide. The BA Falcon has also given us a touch. As we go down turn 9, let's see what happens. The Falcon gives us a touch and actually smashes into the wall, and then smashes back into us, and then decides to smash us again. That car really hates us, that Dick Johnson car. I'm going to stay away from that. Hopefully it doesn't crash into me and cause me to lose. But now, which actually brought us down to 6th position. We have to push to get higher, and as we smash into the yellow banana, yep, that's a banana now. And now we're trying to focus on overtaking the Fujitsu AU, which is actually has a really nice livery, to be honest. As we go down the outside, actually, on turn 1 on center chicane, very clearly, and then we cut the corner. But that doesn't matter, as we get touched by that Dick Johnson car again, and the Dick Johnson car has actually caused us to spin, and now we have collided with the wall, and now we have engine damage, suspension damage, and transmission damage. So now what we're going to have to do now is pit at the end of this lap. Here's a quick replay of it. As you can see, I get a touch by the blue car, and we have lost a whole heap of positions, which sucks for us. Our car looks a bit dented at the moment. But now as we cut to the end of lap 3, as we come in for our first and hopefully final pit stop, hopefully the tyres and fuel last out, but we're going to be in the pits for 17 seconds as we have to have some repairs done to us. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed up this little scene here. As you can see, the timer is ticking very fast. And now we're actually gone to last place. I think we're the first to actually pit. Hopefully I'm not wrong there. But now our job is to catch the back and hope for the best, because it will be a real challenge to get into the top 5. Hopefully we can get to the top 10. That's the focus. As we see another driver leave the pit lane on lap 7. It's a yellow one. Sorry, I do not know the names of the drivers, but we do cut the corner like an absolute treat, and we do a dirty overtake there. Now we cut on to lap 12 as we get a run onto the Ford Falcon BA ahead of us, and as I said before, this hairpin is a very good corner for overtaking, as the AI seem to brake really early. Doesn't matter what difficulty they're on, they just don't know how to brake. But we'll almost get hit in the rears by that car. But now as we cut on to lap 16, well, at the end of lap 16, and as you see, a driver has left the pit lane. Hopefully they don't crash into us. It's another AU. Now we cut on to a little bit later on to that lap 17. If you didn't notice then, the car ahead of me just collided with the wall. So now he's weak. So as we look for the opportunity, we go down the inside, we do a dirty overtake. But I am pushing it at this point, so we're just going to let the stewards forget about that. And yeah, now we cut on to lap 18, and as I said before, this is a very great, that's not English, it's a very good corner for overtaking. Sorry, I'm improvising this whole thing, so bear with me. So now we cut on to the end of lap 18, and the Commodore ahead of us just drifts a tad. But what we're focusing on is the drivers in pit at the moment. The driver ahead of us has just left the pit lane. He will be very vulnerable because he has 4 cold tyres, which will give us a chance to overtake, but we have to keep in mind about my tyre wear at the moment. As you can see in the bottom right, or our bottom right corner, it's very yellow, orangey yellow actually at the moment. So yeah, now we come on to the final lap of the race. Now, at this point, I am kind of conserving, but I'm also racing at the same time as we're trying to get a run on the Fujitsu car. Hopefully we can overtake him on the turn 9, the hairpin, which is a brilliant overtaking corner like I said before. But no, he just decides to slow down at turn 8, which gives us a free spot. Can we go down the inside of Kanto? Yes, we can. We've now managed to catch up to position 8, which is a really good for us, because despite having an early race incident which brought us to the back of the pack. So now we head to the final corner. Can we get a... no, we go down the outside and it's not going to work. But can we get a run on the straight? It appears not. So as we come home in 8th position, which is a brilliant result for us despite having the crash and despite leading the first few laps, I think it's pretty good. So, and we finish ahead of Kanto, which is great. So yeah, here are the positions here. There's a lot of points, by the way, too. You get 192 for for winning. So Seiflet, sorry, I can't pronounce words properly. He's currently leading the championship after race 1 here at Adelaide. But stay tuned for race 2, which is going to be in a different video. I don't want to mix 2 races in one video because it's only a 5-round season. So what I'm going to do in the future is do each video shows each race. So for example, this race is race 1, and then obviously it will be race 2 in another video. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can speak better. I do apologise. I am kind of in a hurry editing this sort of thing, so because I want to get this out as soon as possible, so I can start working on the other ones. So yeah, I am improvising this, obviously, in case you didn't notice. If you didn't notice, then wow. But yeah, if you did enjoy this race, smash that like button. As I said, I do apologise, it's a bit short, but a lot of stuff happened within the short time. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this race, as I said before, smash that like button, and stay tuned for the next race, which hopefully is going to be more exciting. Hopefully we can get a better result. And by the way, we're going to be doing another qualifying session as well, because the game doesn't really allow me to start where I left off. So yeah, before I end this video, I also want to discuss about YouTube's fault lately. I know you probably don't want to hear it. You can end the video here if you want, but I just want to point it out. Their new rule with the monetization ending for people with less than 100,000 subs, I do think that's a rather stupid and dumb idea, but at the end of the day, I don't care, because I'm making videos for you guys, so you guys can be entertained, and I'm also doing it because I love to make videos. I've loved it for years, even before I did YouTube. It's just a hobby. I'm not even fussed about any of the money involved or anything like that. I'm just doing it for fun, and to make you guys have fun as well and laugh and stuff. But yeah, from now on always, guys, stay derpy, and I'll see you in the next one.